My name is Melanie Chittister. I was born loving fashion. And so I learned how to sew and I learned how to be really creative. But I got to a point where I felt like, fashion's not that important in the grand scheme of life. And I needed to be doing something more important. So I went to nursing school and I hated it. And I've had cancer twice. And the treatments left me with scar tissue in my organs. And I just did not have the stamina for nursing anymore. So I retired and I didn't do anything for a couple of years, which was fine. I loved being home with my boys. Then one day I just read an article in the paper about how hard it is to find a modest prom dress. And I just had this overwhelming feeling that that's what I should do. And so I just started doing it and I've loved every minute. I think of a dress, I draw it out, then I make it, and then I put it in my shop, and people are like, well, how can you, when you've put so much of yourself into it, how can you sell them? And my prices are really reasonable too. But to me, it's just like, oh, it's found a good home. Someone will love it as much as I do, So I don't know how people actually go to a department store and just pick a dress off the rack. They always need some kind of tweaking. It's not like buying casual clothing. Formal wear fits so differently and it needs to fit. I of course got to a point where I had to get a business license, so I figured out how to do that. It's just been one step at a time, I have yet to turn a profit, but I'm gonna get there. Every dance I've been more busy and more busy, and so I think I'm really close to that point. And I feel like more than this is something for me to make money, it's
so
more of a calling.
Jessica, we start from size 2 here and go up, so you could probably go to even a 14, which will drown you, but I can take them in. So I love you in blue. And I haven't seen this one on yet. Will you try this one on for me? This color is, I like all blues, but this blue is the best. Okay, look. Look what it does.
Wow,
your
it's
eyes
all
are just like,
poppy.
whoa!
Gosh.
So you like this one.
I do.
So leave it in the bathroom.
Okay.
And then next.
Awesome.
When they leave here, everybody hugs me, everybody's so grateful and happy, and I've had people leave in tears. They were so happy. So it's been really, really gratifying. My favorite moment was a girl. We got looking and she tried on her first dress. I have them try on in the bathroom and then come into the dress room where I have my big mirror. And she just kind of stood in the doorway and I pretty much had to drag her in front of the mirror. And then second dress, same thing. And I said, you don't like to look at yourself, do you? And she said, well, no, why would I? I thought she was very pretty. But, we all focus on what's wrong with us and not focusing on the positive. So I pulled out a dress. It was just kind of sheer inspiration. I said, I think this is going to work. She went and put it on and she came out and she was skipping and she jumped right in front of the mirror and she said, I love this dress. So that was the dress they chose, and she went back in the bathroom to change, and we waited and waited and waited, and finally her sister-in-law said, Stacy, are you okay? And she was like, oh yeah, I'm coming. And so then she came out a few minutes later and she was tearing up and she said, I couldn't stop looking at myself. I've never felt pretty before. That's my favorite thing to do, is to show the girls their best features and show them how to play them up, and they leave here feeling beautiful.